captured this UFO video in 2013. The object was filmed over Rafael Hernandez Airport in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This video is overlaid with a sort of telemetry one would expect from a military or law enforcement thermal image video. It shows an object apparently moving very quickly over land and then into the ocean. It seems to be tumbling or changing shape. It moves over buildings, through trees, and eventually over the ocean. Here's where things get really unusual. The object appears to go in and out of the ocean without slowing down, and at the end of the video, the UFO is either joined by another object or breaks into two. It's really difficult to tell on the video, but many speculate something extraordinary is going on, and this is not a balloon or a drone, and this object is truly an unidentified flying object. Therefore, I'm classifying this as a UFO. All of the prior after takeoff, they noticed a pinkish to reddish light over the ocean that was in their vicinity and approaching toward the south. The crew was concerned that the tower had not told them about the incoming traffic, so they called it in. The tower told them they also had a visual on the object, but they were unsure of its identity. Once the object got close to land, its lights turned off, but at this time the DHC-8 was able to begin tracking and filming the object with their onboard thermal imaging system. The DHC-8 did not approach the object, but circled the area and filmed it. The DHC-8 did not pick up the object on radar. However, their radar was looking downward towards track ships on the ocean, not objects in the sky. According to the source, a flight was delayed by the presence of the object. The research group was able to confirm airport records that a FedEx flight scheduled to leave at 9:10 p.m. was delayed until 9:26 p.m. So what do you think this object is? The researchers also revealed that the object was between 3 to 5 feet in length, and its speed varied between approximately 40 miles per hour to 120 miles per hour. Its median speed was roughly 80 miles per hour. The reports go on to note an interesting characteristic at the end of the flight was when it apparently submerged into the ocean, traveled for over a half a mile, and then flew back out. According to the report, its speed through the water reached a high of 90 miles per hour, an average of 82.8 miles per hour. One suggestion has been that the object was merely a balloon. However, researchers reject this idea for several reasons. They say the wind speeds at the time were 8 to 13 miles per hour at ground level and 12 to 18 miles per hour at 400 to 3,200 feet. This means the object was moving too fast to be carried by wind currents. It also changed directions from heading south back to north, and it went underwater with minimal loss of speed. Was this a bird? Was this a drone? Was it a balloon? You be the judge. There's many theories about this object, and there's also a lot of conspiracies. What we do know for sure is that this object is one of the most credible UFO sightings caught on camera. The Cambergas UFO sighting. 2008 in Cambergas, Turkey, there were multiple reports of UFO sightings across the country. A man recorded some of the clearest footage of a UFO in recent years while it was hovering over the sea. The video camera the man was using was equipped with a telephoto adapter. This allowed him to zoom in on the UFO and reveal details on the alien craft. He was able to zoom in so close that many people claimed that the video reveals two aliens that occupy the craft and they are peering out of a porthole in the spaceship. The video was thoroughly analyzed by scientific research centers in Turkey, as well as video analysis experts in the US, Brazil, Chile, Japan, and Russia. All of the teams performing analysis on the video came to the very same conclusion, that the video footage was not altered or edited. Some skeptics say that the video is actually the upper deck of a cruise ship being recorded from across the sea. UFO believers have tested this theory, and they have provided very compelling evidence that the cruise ship theory does not hold up. So are we looking at a real spaceship with aliens in it, or are we looking at a cruise ship? What do you think? Concorde UFO. In 1976, in the skies above Britain, a film crew was making a British Airways commercial featuring the legendary Concorde. A UFO appears from nowhere. The UFO appears to match the Concorde's speed perfectly. The mysterious object appears to be intelligently controlled. If you watch closely, as I discovered in a previous video about this Concorde UFO case, when the UFO flies up next to the Concorde's wing, you'll see a reflection on the plane's windshield that matches the movement of the UFO. Is this a case of an unknown technology and extraordinary energy emanating light from the UFO? Or is this just wishful thinking from UFO hunters like myself? The flight was filmed with a specially designed periscope camera system, Astrovision, which uses a complex arrangement of lenses and prisms. Alan Tanner, who was part of the original film team, said this can be quite easily mistaken for a UFO. He went on to say that the sun caused an internal reflection and that he doesn't think the object seen on camera is a UFO. What do you think?
On the 2nd of August 2016, the Malcolm W. Martin Memorial Park Facebook page uploaded this clip. It's taken from a security camera overlooking the Mississippi River and Gateway Arch in St. Louis, USA. The footage shows a glowing ball hovering in the sky for around 5 minutes. It moves about the sky erratically, disappears, then reappears in different spots. One local tried explaining the footage as headlights from cars parking in the Mississippi River overlook. What do you think, headlights or visitors from outer space? In November 2015, numerous Californian residents saw some very strange lights in the night sky. People from Reno to Los Angeles spotted a blue light flaring across the horizon. Several different pieces of footage were uploaded, each capturing the same strange blue light. Dozens of calls flooded into 911 reporting the unidentified flying object. The following morning, the US Navy issued a statement that they had been testing a ballistic missile off the coast of California. It just seems awfully convenient for the Navy to issue a statement like that. Would they really fire missiles near a heavily populated coastline completely unannounced, terrifying hundreds of residents? Bit strange. There's very little info on this piece of footage. It's supposedly taken by a couple as they flew over Poland in a commercial airliner. What their camera captured is very unusual. It appears to be a massive floating object drifting by the aeroplane. If anyone has any information on this clip or can translate what the couple is saying, please leave a comment below. On January 8, 2005, a man captured what appears to be a fleet of UFOs hovering over an unknown part of Mexico. There are 40 to 50 glowing orbs floating in the sky. Many claim the sighting to be balloons or Chinese lanterns, but when the footage zooms in, it looks as though the objects are steering themselves around each other. July 2016, during a flyover of the city of Melbourne, Australia. In the background there's a strange floating shape to the right side of the city. It's a thin structure hovering in mid-air. What do you think, hovering spacecraft or a glitch in the film? This startling footage was taken in an unknown part of the Philippines in 2014. At first it's difficult to tell what's happening as the footage only shows two glowing objects on a dark background, but you can see smaller orb-like objects falling to the ground. A night vision lens is used to clarify the image, and what it captures is very striking. It's clear that this UFO is dropping numerous balls of light down on the ground. Are there any plausible explanations for this footage? In October 2014, the BBC was reporting on pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. What they inadvertently captured on film is startling. You can see above the sea of protesters between the two buildings, a flying object moves towards the right of camera. It pauses for a moment, then flies straight up at an accelerated rate. It's very hard to explain this footage as the BBC captured it live, making it impossible for anyone to tamper with or alter in any way. This piece of footage caused quite a stir amongst both the scientific and conspiracy theory communities. Taken on August 6, 1997, this hefty flying object was filmed flying over Mexico City. The community has divided almost in half on whether the footage is real or fake. Some say there are dubious digital artifacts hidden in the still frames of the clip. Others have noted that back in 1997 there were no programs available to the public powerful enough to fake this footage. Other perplexing evidence is the 12 or so witnesses from across the city that reported seeing the craft flying through the air. What do you think, real or fake? If you've got any information on this clip, leave a comment below. June 2016 in Menangle, New South Wales, Australia, up to 8 strange glowing objects were filmed flying through the sky. The footage shows these craft steadily moving to the left of screen. Then a darker, more solid looking object can be seen hovering in the sky. 2 of the glowing balls previously seen seem to fly into this hovering object.